Hey, what's up, guys? Coming back at you with a update here on the Matek F722 Mini SE board and the what we've been calling it barometer issues, but the barometer is actually working fine. There's no issues with the barometer functions or any of that stuff. It's working fine. The quad is performing okay. For me, it is anyway. I haven't had any issues in position hold mode or anything like that. Still haven't tried return home, but I've been in contact with one of the developers with Inav, and I've been in contact with Matek service, trying to get all this stuff figured out about what's really going on here. And Matek looked over everything, the settings, and they said everything looked fine to them. The only thing that they could think of was there was probably a telemetry bug in iNav, is what they were saying. And then, of course, I talked to the dev. The dev said all the settings, everything in the dump, the sensor readout, all that stuff looked good to them. No issues there. But the dev did say it might be an issue with Crossfire because he's using Free Sky, what you call it, on the same board, and he's not having any issues at all. So the wheels started turning. It's like, okay, well, let me try this stuff out. I got some extra receivers and stuff around. I do have Crossfire on this unit, but let me show you what I discovered though. Here real quick, but you take a look at this. You can see, of course, this is with the Crossfire setup. You can see it jumping. Numbers all over the place. And the quad is hooked up to the computer right now, to iNav. And if I go here to receiver, it's currently set right now to the Crossfire. So what I do when I switch this back to S-Bus, and this is what I did, I switched it back to S-Bus because I installed one of my Devo receivers in the quad just to see what the quad would do different on a different receiver. And this is what I noticed. Let me save and reboot it here. You see, it's back up and running. And as you can see right there, it's not jumping anymore. It's solid. And of course, it's showing 167 meters, but as soon as I hit the arm switch, and well, of course, plug the battery up on the quad, but as soon as I hit the arm switch, it goes to normal. And even look at the current now. The current is more stable, it's reading correctly, 0.4 amps. Just sitting here right now, just powering the GPS. And the receiver that's in it, of course. But when it's on the Crossfire, the telemetry is all over the place. So anyway, but what I ended up doing was I ended up putting the DaVinci receiver in here that's only S-Bus, and as you see, I took it off of the Crossfire protocol. It flew fine, and the altitude was correct. So it's a Crossfire bug. That's the only thing I can think of to say about it. But let me switch it back again, and you'll see it will go. Whoops, not that serial type. This one. They go nuts.
GPS lost. GPS good.
Yeah, there we go.
GPS lost. GPS good. GPS lost. GPS
See?
good. Ready to fly.
Back to the same thing. Look at the current. The current's up 25.6 amps, and the altitude is jumping. So it's a Crossfire and iNav and this particular board, the Matek board, F722 Mini SE bug. That's what we got going on. So if you use any kind of other, receiver, just running S-Bus, for example, you won't have any issues at all. So that's why, some of the developers were saying it's worked fine for them, and some people said we had some issues. But anyway, here we go. We know what's going on. Please, let's fix this, guys.